What's up YouTube? I'm Vaughn and this is the Gear channel, and we have a very exciting review because we have both winners deck profiles of the Friday GoFormat.com tournament. So we have Mercenary playing Chaos Turbo and gangsterbro also playing Chaos Turbo. And one thing I'm super excited and I really like this is that we have a video of both of them playing each other, because at the 1 p.m. finals, they actually faced each other and it was awesome. So if you are actually planning of like testing one of these decks and you want to see them like live in action on its own, we actually have the video ready for it. So I thought that was really cool. So with that out of the way, let's get started. So we're going to start with Mercenary, but friendly reminder, guys, to hit that like and subscribe, because one small click to you is the world to me. So looking at his deck, I do like this Chaos Turbo build, especially with the Phoenix Wing Blast. I was seeing him how he was using it, and it wasn't a full out interruption. It also did lock his opponent quite a bit. So the timing that he was using it, I noticed that it was always like a smaller hand count or like card advantage that the opponent had before he would use this card, which I thought was very clever because that's a perfect time to lock your opponent. Also, the trap dust shoot at 2 and 1 in the side is beautiful because, yeah, you know what? I know if you're starting first or second, it does make a big difference of quantity, how many you play, but it's also very diverse that like a lot of decks you might not want to like trap dust shoot like all the time. So that's why having 2 in the main I really like, and the third in the side is perfect. Looking at side as well, we have the Kaiku, we have the Zambaros, the book, the mind control, one mystic walk, so he's not scared of like burn at all. Then Swords of Revealing Light, the Rigeki break instead of the third Phoenix Swing Black. I kind of agree with this because this is more diverse. So instead of playing like a Dust Tornado, you have something that actually could deal with monsters and spell and traps, which is very good. 3 Sakuretsu against quite a bit of deck, so that's very good. The 1 Tarancho inside, very interesting. I've been seeing a lot of people do it in the side. So that's one thing that is starting to see a bit like rotate out of the main and more of a side card. Very, very cool. Now let's compare it with Gangsters Bros Chaos Turbo. So one thing that we know is off the bat is that they are playing one less Dekochi, but if you look at the trap count, there is a big difference. So I do like the Jar of Greed and the Wigeki break. So it's more, this is a strategy that you do to like out resource your opponent. So this is more of a very reaction lineup. So if your opponent does MST or Dust or Wigeki break, you have a constant response as well. So this is quite good. And you, with the jars, you definitely have the card advantage. But one thing I thought was really cool was the Solemn Judgment. So 2 Solemn Judgments. Okay, now a lot of like aggro decks with higher beaters like Warriors or like Earth aggro, or it's like play like 3 Solemn Judgments, and it makes sense because they are dealing with a minimum of battle damage since they have higher beaters, and the biggest threats that they have are usually with the back rows or specific summoning, flip summonings as well. So for them to play 3 Solemn Judgment, it makes perfect sense. For other decks to play Solemn Judgment at 1 or even at 2, this makes perfect sense as well. So this is one thing that I really like that he's playing 2. And one thing that I was surprised is that he's not playing Taranto at all. Not main, not side. If we look at the side, we see that he's playing the Metamorphosis and his 3 Scapegoats. Now, this, I've been seeing a lot of Chaos Turbo players do this. Not a problem. It's actually a good strategy. It's quite well. But you have to be really good at Go Control to do this. So I do see quite a bit of like Chaos Turbo players deciding to do this, and then they are losing like game 2 and 3 so fast because they haven't really practiced or played Go Control, and it's a very different deck. It's not the same deck at all. So a lot of people are doing this tactic, but it's not good for them if they don't practice with pure Go Control. So he's piloting it well, but if you guys do decide to like copy this side, I do recommend to actually play test quite a bit with Go Control. And that's it for a deck profile. So big congratulations once again to Mercenary and gangsterbro for getting first place at both Friday tournament. And like I said, if you guys want to see both of these decks in action, we have the video for it as well. Then next time, I'm Vaughn, and this was the Gear channel.